kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
A give up the middle to Gibson. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun. Wentz slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Gibson again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson taking it in from a yard out. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On play action, it's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing his car on third down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Benjamin St-Juste. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Thomas has got it, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, and he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Go. No. Here.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Wentz on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught. It's Samuel. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Back. Ram.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Commanders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Tackle made by Chase Young. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Carr. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
Well, the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep, Alex Erickson. This is taken at the 23. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 1st down, Wentz. He'll let this go for the end zone. Jahan Dotson, 46 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Wentz going to throw. He's going to air one out. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but don't let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing now is Carr. He hits Adams complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Carr now to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Again, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Raider first down, Carter Renfrow.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Open man, that's Renfrow. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Carr again. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Now Carr. And that's it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Devontae Adams. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Carr to throw on second down. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here comes Erickson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Wentz. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wentz now on first down. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. A carry now for McKissic. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Powers through him. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, 33 yards. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Slide for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Joey slide out and kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamin Davis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Carr going to go on 4th down. A hit as as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They run the toss now with Gibson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. To throw is Wentz. And he's got it.
Touchdown, Washington.
3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz.
And the Commanders up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together. There's been
a beautiful span and room to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late point. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. Throwing again on second down. Carr.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Rolling to his right. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Wentz to throw. Thomas has got it, complete.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Running the sweep with McLaurin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Wentz to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Play action. Now it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Carr to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Carr now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
He hits Adams complete. Touchdown. Davante Adams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw.
A throw to the flat here from McKissick.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.